somewhere in that vast lineage, somewhere in that ocean of ancestors, there were those who thrived, those who built, those who mastered resources, who knew how to create, attract, and hold wealth. Welcome to the Reality Revolution. I'm your host, Brian Scott, and today's activation is the Prosperous Ancestor download. This activation is designed for receiving ancestral wealth mastery. This is a part of a series of shorter activations I've created for the holiday season. By listening, they're designed to create instantaneous transformation in your reality. There's something I want you to consider about your lineage. You carry thousands of ancestors within you. Thousands. The math is staggering when you actually think about it. Go back just 10 generations, and you have over 1,000 direct ancestors. Go back 20 generations, and you're looking at over 1 million people whose blood, DNA, whose consciousness contributed to you being here. 1 million people. It's all in your DNA. And what nobody talks about when it comes to ancestral work, not all of them struggled. Not all of them lived in poverty. Not all of them had a broken relationship with money. Somewhere in that vast lineage, somewhere in that ocean of ancestors, there were those who thrived, those who built, those who mastered resources, who knew how to create, attract, and hold wealth. Maybe it was a merchant who grew an empire. Maybe it was a landowner whose holdings expanded generation after generation. Maybe it was a trader, an investor, a craftsperson whose skills commanded premium prices. Maybe it was someone whose name has been lost to history but whose prosperity was real. They existed, they are a part of you, and today we're going to connect you with one of them. Now I want to be clear about what we're doing. Most ancestral work focuses on healing, clearing trauma, releasing inherited wounds, breaking patterns of lack and suffering that echoed down through generations. That work is very valuable. It has helped me immensely. It's important, sometimes necessary. But that's not what we're doing today. We're not going to your ancestors to heal anything, we're going to receive. Because just as you can inherit wounds, you can inherit gifts. Just as trauma can pass down through bloodlines, so can mastery, so can wisdom, so can the actual consciousness of abundance that allowed certain ancestors to thrive. These gifts are already in your DNA, already in your field, already part of your inheritance. But they're dormant, unclaimed, like a trust fund sitting in a vault that nobody told you about. Today, we're claiming that inheritance. So let's begin by expanding your awareness backwards through time. Feel yourself connected to a lineage that stretches behind you like a river flowing from the distant past to this present moment. You are the current point of that river, the place where all these tributaries converge. Every ancestor who ever lived in your line flows into you. As you feel this connection, I want you to set an intention. You're not looking for the wounded ancestors right now. You're not looking for the ones who need healing. You're looking for the prosperous one, the one who figured it out, the one who mastered the game, the one who knew something about wealth, about resources, about creating abundance, that you're ready to remember. Send that intention back through your lineage like a beacon, a signal, a calling. I'm looking for the ancestor who mastered wealth. I'm ready to receive your gifts. This doesn't have to be locked into your specific genetics. It can be your heritage, a whole other set of configurations. It can be your soul ancestry. As you send this signal, notice what happens. somewhere in the vast network of your ancestry, someone responds. They've been waiting for a descendant who was ready, waiting for someone in the lineage who would finally ask. You might sense them before you see them, a feeling of presence, a warmth, a knowing that someone is stepping forward. Let them come into your awareness now. Don't manufacture details, just receive whatever impressions arise. It might be a man or a woman, someone from 100 years ago or 1,000 or another planet, someone from a culture you recognize or one you've never studied. Let them reveal themselves to you. As this prosperous ancestor comes into focus, notice how they carry themselves. There's something different about their energy, something you can feel immediately. They're not anxious about money, they're not grasping, they're not desperate or worried or contracted. There's an ease to them, a confidence, a settled quality that comes from knowing, truly knowing that resources flow to them naturally. This is what wealth consciousness actually looks like when it's embodied. Not arrogance, not greed, not obsession with accumulation, just ease, certainty, a relaxed relationship with abundance that most people never develop. And this ancestor developed it, mastered it, lived it. Feel what that energy is like just being in their presence. Now this ancestor wants to speak to you, not in words necessarily, though words might come. They want to communicate something about how they relate to wealth, the mindset, the beliefs, the way of being that allowed them to prosper. Open yourself to receive their transmission. It might come as a knowing, sudden understanding that drops into your mind fully formed. It might come as feeling, their confidence, their ease, their certainty temporarily merging with your own emotional body. It might come as images, scenes from their life that show you how they operated. You may not notice anything at all, but this wisdom is embedding itself in your subconscious mind. However it comes, receive it now. Let your ancestors share with you the secrets of their prosperity. I will give you a moment to receive this transmission. As you receive this transmission, I want you to notice something important. This ancestor doesn't see money the way you've been taught to see it. They don't see it as scarce. They don't see it as something that might run out. They don't see it as something they have to fight for, compete, or struggle to obtain. They see it as abundant, flowing, always available to those who know how to work with it. They see money as a friend and ally. They know the secrets, the ways of thinking, the ways of being. They see money as a tool that responds to confidence and clarity. Feel their relationship with money. Feel how different it is from the relationship you may have inherited from more recent generations. This older knowing, this deeper relationship, it's also part of your lineage. It's also available to you. Understand how ancestral gifts actually transfer. There is a mechanism here. This is not cliche or a metaphor or anything like that. Your DNA carries information from every ancestor. It's the ultimate storage device. There's so much information in your DNA. Not just physical traits, information, patterns, potentials, the consciousness that allowed certain ancestors to develop certain abilities. Most of this information lies dormant, unexpressed, waiting for the right conditions to activate. What activates ancestral gifts? Resonance, attention, intention, connection. When you consciously connect with an ancestor who held certain abilities, you create a resonance with those specific genetic potentials. You are sending a signal to your own DNA. Express this, activate this, bring this online. That's what's happening right now. You're activating the codes that already exist within you. Codes that came from them, passed down through generations, waiting for this exact moment. There's a great rich complexity with DNA. And through your soul and higher self, we can access codes that awaken prosperity information within you. So let's make this activation complete. Your prosperous ancestor is going to transfer their gifts directly into your field. Not as a concept, but as a lived experience you can access. See them placing their hands on you, on your shoulders, your head, your heart, wherever feels right. And through that touch, through that connection, feel the download begin. Their confidence with money flowing into your nervous system. The way they never doubted their ability to create wealth. The certainty that carried that resources would always come. Feel it entering you, becoming yours. Their relationship with abundance merging with your own beliefs. The way they saw opportunity everywhere. The way they expected prosperity as naturally as they expected the sun to rise. Feel these expectations overriding your old programming. Their strategic mind integrating with your thinking. The way they saw pathways to wealth that others missed. The way they made decisions from a place of abundance rather than fear. Feel this intelligence becoming available to you. Their energy around receiving settling into your being. The way they could receive large sums of money without guilt or discomfort. The way they felt worthy of wealth without having to earn that worthiness. Feel this capacity to receive expanding with you. Let this download continue. You don't have to understand every piece of it intellectually. You don't have to consciously track what's being downloaded. Just stay open. Know that it's happening. As you listen to the music, the energy, the information, all vectors downloading within your consciousness. Stay receptive. Let your ancestor give you everything they want you to have. This is their legacy. Their gift to you across time and space. They accumulated this wisdom, not just for themselves, but for the lineage, for the descendants who would come for you. And now it's finally being claimed. This will create changes in the way you think, the way you feel, the way you act. You will find yourself doing things you never thought you could do, motivated to do things you never were motivated before. These downloads are powerful. Open yourself up to it. As the download integrates, notice what's changing in you. Do you feel different about money right now? Is there more ease, more confidence, more of that settled certainty that your ancestor carried? Do old worries about finances feel less gripping? It's only been a few minutes. You will feel changes long after this activation is over. Something is shifting at the level of identity. You're not just learning about abundance, you're becoming someone for whom abundance is natural. Because it was natural for your ancestor, and they're part of you. Their mastery is your inheritance. Now I want to give you something that will help you access this download anytime you need it. A phrase, a key, a way to reconnect with your prosperous ancestor and draw on their gifts in any moment. The phrase is, I carry the wealth, wisdom of my lineage. It is mine by blood. It is mine by right. Say it again. I carry the wealth wisdom of my lineage. It is mine by blood, it is mine by right. Whenever you face a financial decision, you can speak this phrase, silently or aloud, and instantly reconnect with the download you've received today. Whenever old scarcity programming tries to resurface, you can speak this phrase and remember that you come from prosperity, not just struggle. Whenever you need your ancestors' confidence, their ease, their strategic mind, you can speak this phrase and feel them with you, their gifts active in your field. Say it with me again. I carry the wealth wisdom of my lineage. It is mine by blood. It is mine by right. Now let's go deeper. Your prosperous ancestor didn't just have internal qualities that made them wealthy. They took specific actions, made specific moves, had specific habits and practices that generated their abundance. And encoded in this download are those action patterns. You may not consciously remember them yet, but in the coming days and weeks, you'll notice something interesting. You'll have impulses, ideas, sudden clarity about actions to take. These are not random. They're the activation of your ancestors' strategic patterns within you. When you feel an impulse to reach out to someone, to explore an opportunity or make a financial move, pay attention. That impulse may be carrying your ancestors' wisdom. Now, if you've done my future self activations and you have the future self within you as well, does not take it out. This wisdom combines and integrates so that you have something greater. You will notice when you suddenly know what to do in a situation involving money, even if you can't explain why you know. Trust it. That knowing may be the download expressing itself. Your ancestors not just giving you their mindset, they're giving you their playbook. This is what your future self used, the wisdom of your ancestor. This wisdom is within you. It's carried in the Akashic and is linked directly to your DNA. Now I want to address something important. You might be wondering if you even have prosperous ancestors. Why hasn't that prosperity shown up in my life already? Why did I inherit struggle instead of abundance? Here's what you need to understand. Inheritance is not automatic, it's selective. What gets passed down depends largely on what the family system focuses on. What stories get told, what identities get reinforced. If your more recent ancestors focused on their wounds, told stories of hardship, built identities around struggle, that's what got passed down. Not because the prosperity wasn't there in the lineage, but because attention went elsewhere. The prosperous ancestors got forgotten. Their gifts were dormant. Their wisdom sat unclaimed until now. Now you're reaching past the recent generations of struggle. You're reaching back to a time when your lineage knew abundance. And you're claiming that inheritance consciously, intentionally, directly. This changes the pattern. This shifts what flows down the family line, not just for you, for everyone who comes after you. Take a moment to feel the significance of what you're doing. You're not just changing your own financial reality, you're changing your family line. You're activating dormant codes that will now be available to your children, your grandchildren, generations yet to come. The prosperous ancestor who's with you right now. They've been waiting not just to help you, but to help the entire lineage, to see their gifts finally taken up, to see their wisdom finally continued. You're the one who answered the call, the one who reached back. You're the bridge between ancient prosperity and future abundance. Let yourself feel gratitude for your ancestor as we come close to the end of this. Thank them for what they built, for what they learned, for what they're now sharing with you. Thank them for holding this gift across centuries waiting for you. And let them feel your gratitude. Let them know their prosperity wasn't just for their lifetime. It echoes forward into yours, into your children's, into the future of your entire line. This is legacy. This is what it actually means to be part of a lineage, not just inheriting wounds, inheriting gifts. Your prosperous ancestor will remain available to you. They're not leaving. They're part of your field now, part of your support system across time. Whenever you need their guidance, their confidence, their strategic wisdom, they're there. Just call on them. Use the phrase, feel their presence. You're not alone in building wealth. You have an ancestor who mastered it standing with you. Their hand on your shoulder, their wisdom in your DNA, their gifts now active in your field. Feel the download complete and integrate. Feel yourself different than you were when this activation began. Wealthier, maybe not in your bank account yet, but in your consciousness, in your inheritance, in what's now available to you. Something ancient has awakened, something prosperous that is always yours, finally been claimed. You carry the wealth wisdom of your lineage. It's yours by blood, it's yours by right. From this moment forward, it expresses through everything you do, every decision you make, every financial move that carries you toward the abundance that was always meant to be yours. Welcome to your true inheritance. It is done. Now, before we conclude, I want to take a moment to tell you how excited I am about our next event, which we're hosting in Newark, New Jersey at the Newark Hilton Airport. It's super easy to get to from the airport. It's a beautiful hotel. For 3 days, from February 27th through March 1st, I'm going to lead you into a shift into your greatest timeline. We just had an event in Los Angeles in November. It was one of the most amazing experiences, and every time we do these events, it's going to get better and better. I hope to see you there. You can find the link in the description, or you can find it at www.brianscottlive.com/February-2026. We miss you if you haven't joined the Reality Revolution community. You can meet your soul family right now on school.com, skool.com/Reality Revolution, where I hold weekly group coaching sessions. You can also find exclusive content and training specifically related to my videos. I hope to see you there. You can find all episodes of The Reality Revolution at therealityrevolution.com, and welcome to The Reality Revolution. The ancient Hawaiians called this place Haleakala, the House of the Sun. This is where the demigod Maui stood at the summit of the sacred mountain and lassoed the sun itself, forcing it to slow its passage across the sky. He bent time itself. And now, you are being called to this same sacred ground, where the veils are thinner, where miracles happen regularly, where the very frequency of the land amplifies every intention you hold. This is the ultimate timeline shift. You've experienced activations before. You've touched alternative realities, glimpsed the version of yourself that already exists in a different timeline. This is something different. This is an advanced workshop, my most advanced teachings brought to one of the most powerful spiritual locations on the earth. 4 full days in the House of the Sun. 4 days to rewire your entire energetic system. 4 days to cement a shift so profound that the old you becomes unrecognizable. Maui's considered one of the most powerful spiritual vortexes on the planet, where concentrated frequencies of transformation have drawn seekers for over 1,000 years. The Hawaiian Islands sit along ancient ley lines, channels of concentrated earth energy that have been mapped and calibrated by researchers and revered by indigenous peoples for millennia. Maui vibrates at what the Hawaiians call mana, pure spiritual power, that has embedded itself into the land, the water, the very air you breathe. The natives speak of aloha, unconditional love woven into the fabric of reality here. They speak of Aina, a reciprocal, nourishing relationship between humans and the land itself. When you do this work in Maui, the island becomes your teacher. The frequency of this place doesn't just support your transformation, it accelerates it exponentially. Day 1, the awakening. We begin by activating your pineal gland, opening the gateway to higher perception, dissolving the calcification of old programming, and restoring your connection to source consciousness. Then we awaken every energy center in your body, clearing blockages, establishing new pathways of flow, preparing your system for the quantum work ahead. We close day 1 with the bliss body meditation, anchoring you into a state of pure ecstatic presence. Day 2 is the meeting. You meet your higher self, the evolved consciousness that serves your ultimate guidance, the version of you that exists beyond time and space. Then you quantum jump into your dream life, stepping into the timeline where it already exists and bringing that frequency back with you. Day 2 closes with the future self meditation, a direct transmission from the version of you who has already achieved everything you desire. Day 3, you learn to navigate the new you, the version that has been activated and upgraded. Through 2 days of intensive work, you learn how to walk in this new frequency. You connect with your quantum heart, the 0-point field within your chest that creates your reality, the coherent electromagnetic signal that broadcasts your intention into the quantum field. Then comes remembering your future, accessing memories of events that have already happened in the timeline you are now aligned with. We then celebrate karaoke on the 3rd night, and on the 4th day is the activation. We cement your new reality with the large sums of money meditation, reprogramming your relationship with abundance at the deepest level. We do the love meditation, opening your heart to receive and transmit unconditional love, the highest frequency in existence. And we close this journey activating the new earth, aligning you with the merging paradigm, the higher dimensional reality that is already forming. You will leave Maui as a different person. And we're staying at the Maui Westin, one of my very favorite places. I've stayed there 5 times, and it is glorious. This is my first 4-day advanced retreat. The extra day allows us to go deeper than ever before, to cement shifts that would otherwise fade, to create permanent change in your energetic architecture. The frequency of Maui magnifies everything we do together. The demigod Maui lassoed the sun and bent time itself. Now it is your turn. Join me in the House of the Sun. You can find the link in the description. It's at www.brianscotlive.com/May-2026. There is a limited number of rooms at a discount available, so get them while they're available. And we have early bird pricing starting at $9.97. So be sure to get your ticket now before it sells out. I've already had several people coming to me waiting for this to become available. Welcome to the Reality Revolution.